All right, everybody. It says I'm live. I apologize. The internet crashed on me. It's been crashing quite a bit today. I see there's a lot of people in the house, and I'm just sorry, but just getting my lungs ready for the coronavirus. Try to get them all built up and healthy. Um, we holler at everybody that's in the house if they're still in the house for waiting because I was about to go live and then bam, the internet crashed. 20 people in the house already. Sean, my kids are running around, bro. My girlfriend is working or
Hello.
Yeah, it's back up now, man. It keeps crashing on me doing the same shit. Like I saw this morning.
Because I was calling it by the new name, the SARS-CoV-2. As soon as you say coronavirus, or they're having keywords that they're nailing people on now.
Yeah, but why is it crashing my whole internet?
I don't know. I know my stream the other night when we talked about the coronavirus and the Project Zypher, mine screwed up then. It was freezing up on us. We were sounding robotic, but then when you watch the replay, it just skips at them points. It was literally screwing up during the live stream.
Well, it shows that I'm live right now, but I didn't even hit enter broadcast. Does anybody see me?
I have nothing but a black screen. I'll find out. Hold on.
Okay, Mitchell just said stop saying it, Vern. Now my mouse just froze up. What the hell, man? It was all fixed. All right, everybody sees me. But now my mouse just froze up. Not again, man.
Okay. Yeah, I see you now.
All right, you want to jump up? Or no?
Hang on, I gotta close things down.
No, I just said if you want to, that's fine. I got a few things to talk about, and then I'm gonna jump off because I'm suffering from a elbow to the hernia from my stepson. All right, everybody says you see me. Well, let's see how long this lasts. All right, what I'll do is I'll hang up and I'll send you the link.
All right, sounds good.
All right, brother. Later. All right, he hung up. Yeah, wireless mouse is a piece of garbage. It used to work real good. That's what happens when you chop the tail off of a mouse. No way. Oh, it's working with one less battery. Now I'm buffering too. Ugh. All right, well, if I'm buffering, I have actually two messages to the NSA, the CDC, the deep state, the shadow government, yada, yada, yada. That's my message to you all because I haven't had problems like this at all. See if I could bring Brother Vern up. Wasn't expecting to do that. But real quick, before I bring him up, matter of fact, I'll send him the link. It's working now. Hey, NSA, suck a big fat one. CDC, suck a big fat coronavirus. You know where I live. World Health Organization, suck a monster fat one. You know where I live. All right, let's see if we can bring up. I don't see you all right now because I'm trying to bring Brother Vern up. Hey, if any of y'all saw that video I did of Magic Angel's son, a shout out, which that's what we do here on this channel. And sometimes we give shout outs to the wrong people, but you know what? We live and we learn. But here on this channel, we try to help boost many others up, you know, like the Watchmen Project, even Brother Vern Prep and Survival, all kinds of channels. Even back in the day, Grand Supreme News, I gave a shout out to, and a huge shout out to Brother Mitchell, putting you right up top, man. I'm so stoked you're making videos. You know, I am extremely happy, and I would love to see Brother Mitchell, who is our ninja link, you know, slamming down the links left and right. Finally started after all these years, started making videos. But I want to read something to you all real quick. And driver's seat. Not saying you're a troll or nothing. You know, you've been part of this channel for a long time. Too many shrills, too many shills out, brother. Just do what you do. You are losing credibility by such shout outs to Fake, Cottrell, and others. God bless you, sir. I appreciate that, but guess what? When I gave a shout out to Magic Angel's son, Matthew, the gamer, and just like I've given shout outs, even Javern, shout outs to I can't even think of all the shout outs we've given. Tons of shout outs. That's what we do here. But you're talking about when I was watching his video and I had no idea that he was trying to bring me up on that live stream that night. I thought we had, said, in the next day or two or whatever. TC gave you a shout out. Brother Mark gave a shout out. Even I remember back in the day, Sister Jessie Wessel gave a shout out. That's what we do. And sometimes we give a shout out to the wrong person, that people don't agree with. But I will not stop. This channel will not stop. That's how we bring truther channels and family, because in the times that we're living in right now, the more the merrier. So for, like I said, and I thank you for all the support. Matthew the Gamer, it's already 71 views, and he's starting to get some subscribers. But when I watched his video, I was blown away. At first, it starts off slow because he's very nervous. And like I said, I told him, man, I got to stop sleeping on this hat. The first time I did a live stream, I felt like I was going to throw up because of my nerves. And now it's, we're surrounded by our family, so to speak. Karma Ghost, Sean Connolly, I like your other name better. Diane Blue, Patriot Angel, all you all. This is what it's about. That, like I said, when I saw that night Marfugal, it was, I don't know what time was it, Vernon? It was probably like 2 o'clock in the morning, my time.
Yeah, it was late. Well, yeah. early, late, however you want to put it.
Yeah, and I just happened to wake up because what I do is on YouTube, I'll play, I transfer it to my TV because I can't sleep in total silence. If I hear a flea fart, I'll wake up. So if I have that, what they call white noise, or just, people talking, then I can fall asleep. But I happen to wake up to use the bathroom, and then Vern was on talking about his minnow trap. And I was checking it out, and I thought, man, that's awesome. And Fugal was like, oh, yeah. Thanks for stopping by, this and that. Show some love. So I went over immediately and checked out his channel, and I was like, I like this dude. So I gave him I gave you a shout out the next day. And
very next day.
Yeah. And now I got somebody, which is probably, I know he's going to unsubscribe, but not out of anger. I'm not saying it to be mean, but look, I'll read it again. And that's why you say, see, your name is driver's seat. Well, guess what? On this channel, you're not in the driver's seat. Okay? You don't control this channel. Actually, all our subs / friends, brothers and sisters in Christ, and everybody else are more in the driver's seat than me, because if I didn't have you all supporting this channel and supporting our family, I wouldn't have a gas pedal. I wouldn't have gas in the tank, so to speak. So you all are, not to sound weird, but you all are the gas in the tank that makes it go, makes this happen. Hey, Vernon, can you go ahead and take over? My daughter's calling. I'm going to hit me real quick.
Yep. Hang on. Let me grab my phone. How's everybody doing? Yeah, the first part of his stream, it was doing nothing but buffering for me, and I stepped out, stepped back in a couple times, and yeah, it was nothing but a black screen. Even I tried it on my TV, tried it on my laptop, tried it on my phone. Making more of them dehydrated carrots, Sarah, normally. That was actually a nice picture you posted on Discord of that. Yeah, I woke up kind of late today, so let's see. I was just when Justin came live, I was watching a few videos, getting some information on things that are going all around the world with this. Oh, I don't know if Justin touched on this. So here you go, folks. This is what we've been waiting for. Well, not really waiting for, but dreading it happening. Federal Way, Washington. KIRO 7 found out Saturday evening that a Seattle area U.S. Postal Service employee tested positive for the SARS-CoV-2. A corporate communication spokesman person said that the employee works at the Seattle Network Distribution Center, local and Federal Way. So you know what that means? If they're working at the distribution center, they're touching a lot of people's mail. So this is it actually touches ground on something I said earlier. And kind of quarantine your mail, people. I don't know. Is my voice skipping? All right. When Justin gets back, I'll drop down and then come back on.
All right, what happened?
I guess my voice is skipping, but I was going over Federal Way, Washington. KIRO 7 found out Saturday evening that a Seattle area U.S. Postal Service employee tested positive for the coronavirus. The employee works at the Seattle Network Distribution Center.
I don't think it's from your end. I think it's from my end. I just saw on TV there's another a case, Vern.
Yep.
In Illinois, Chicago, which is in Cook County. I believe it's Cook County. That's one of the ones that I always listen to on the police scanner. That's where all the shootings, the gang members, where you see probably, I think it was New Year's Eve last year. There was like 61 or 71 shootings. I actually did a video on it. I did a video saying breaking news, mass shooting, and the New Year's Eve there was over 61 or 71 shootings in Chicago. 5 people died, but they did not report it. You know, all these drive-bys. Yeah. So basically, what I was doing was explaining the fact that you know, look at Chicago, look at Illinois. It's the toughest gun laws in the United States and the murder capital of the world, between that and St. Louis, Missouri. But now there's another case in Chicago, right in Cook County, which is a hop, skip, and a jump away from me. Probably as the crow flies, Vern?
Yeah, as the crow flies. That means it's a straight line, not by road.
All right, it's probably about 3 hours from me. So I think what I might do is get up on the roof and take a few deep breaths.
Anyway, the spokesman who came out and talked about the distribution center, it says it's a mail processing plant that distributes USPS marketing mail and package services in piece and bulk from and does not handle letter mail. No mail is, so it's a place that gets the like the little flyers you get in the mail and stuff like that.
All the garbage mail.
Yeah. But it's going through these people's hands.
Right. Dude, I'm telling you, if I had a job where I was having to handle money even like Walmart or even, I thought about the other day, just like you said, the postman, even like certain states where they actually still walk with the bag and stuff.
Yep.
Screw that, man.
They
This
still
is
do
not
that up
working.
in Maine.
Yeah. Right.
Bernice is saying we have 7 known cases in the Netherlands now. It was on the news.
Really?
Yep.
Hey, oh, check that out. Watching it up. His own link right up top. Everybody, Brother Mitchell Reese has been a part of this family for a long, long, long time. So, yeah, please sub to Brother Mitchell. Very proud of you for finally making that leap and making your own videos, man. They cracked me up. And,
but yeah, Bernice she is from the Netherlands. That's how she's got that information. It's
right.
on the news over there.
Okay, well, I missed a lot of it because I was talking to my daughter. But real quick, I'm going to talk about a couple topics real quick. But here was driver's seat, not to throw you under the bus. Too many shills out, bro. Just do you. Means just talk, me do live streams, do not give shout outs. You are losing credibility by such shout outs to fake Cottrell and others. God bless you. Now, this was the shout out video I did for Matthew the Gamer, who is Magic Angel's son. And, I appreciate the advice, but that's never going to happen here on this channel. We are a family, and sometimes, yeah, we do shout out the wrong people. But you know what I mean? You can't be perfect. We're not righteous. We make mistakes. But I didn't make a mistake by shouting out Vern. I'll tell you that right now. And you know what I mean? I'm just saying there's a lot of subscribers that came from, brothers and sisters in Christ, believers, non-believers that went from this channel here to yours. We share the love, and it's to get everybody to talk in the chat. It gets everybody to listen to things like you say that can save your life when it comes to preps. And sometimes it's just to have a good time. You know what I mean? Because we are living, a lot of people are so stressed out right now with this virus and other things. Sometimes you gotta, you can't always talk about the coronavirus. Not every single day. Go ahead.
Lately, I've been starting on it, and then I go into a little bit of chat. Like the other night, we had I had Magic Angel come up, and last night, and it's funny because it was a troll. It had to be a troll. It had all them I don't know if you saw him because somebody nailed him, but all the Ernies, Ernie the Nazi, Ernie the farmer, Ernie the this, Ernie to that. It was like I'm sitting here, and all of a sudden, it's pictures of Bert and Ernie,
Yeah.
and they're all different names coming up, and I'm sitting here laughing because he weren't saying troll types, he was saying funny stuff,
Right?
And it was just hilarious. It was a troll,
right? There are funny trolls out there.
Yeah, he had everything lined up, and it just turned it in. And I guarantee I said, I guarantee everybody in chat was laughing over that.
Yeah, Diane Blue said it was funny. I missed that part. The gosh dang. Well, look at this is another thing I want to talk about too. I keep seeing. Okay, and here's another thing. I watched a bit of your live stream this morning. Then I'd jump over to Watchman Project, who I gave a shout out to as well, who is a solid truther channel. But my mind just went blank. Oh, when you see the government tell you do not wear a mask, to me, you know what the first thing that rings up in my head? Agenda 21, Agenda 30. You know what I mean? Why I saw that. I don't know if you talked about that, but I saw that on even Grand Supreme News talking about the government. And I still believe that President Donald Trump is being thrown under the bus, not given all the proper information, just because he's a businessman and he's so busy with the White House and what's going on, different countries and stuff. He's getting fed this stuff from the CDC, which is complete BS. I'm gonna say it. It's complete bullshit. So, you know, people look at him and say, "Oh, you know, he said not to be worried, this and that." Well, that's just another way of the deep state making Trump look stupid. Personally, I believe that Trump, you know, really, he doesn't have time to sit on YouTube. Yeah,
Well,
he
and then
watches news at night, but
look at like because people prepare his speeches. They give him they give him the information.
Yeah, go ahead.
And he announced that it was a woman that died in his speech. Right off the bat, CDC came around and said, "Oh no, it was a man in his 50s." Was it intentionally given to him as the wrong sex?
Yeah, that's what I believe. Just like they're putting trip lines right in front of them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, if you know what that means, you know, like a tripwire or whatever, so you stumble, look like a complete idiot. They're doing it on purpose, as far as I'm concerned. Even Dr. Cottrell is saying not to use mask unless you're safe. Well, see, that's what I'm saying. I'm starting to catch a lot of heat again from Dr. Paul Cottrell, which, you know what I mean? I think he's a very smart guy. And, you know, I'm not going to judge him. That's why I made that video. But that's, you know, like a topic I choose not to talk. Don't get upset, Kelly Kaboo. I didn't mean it like that. But, you know, I will share a link. Huh?
Did you see how much the masks are going for on Amazon, the N95s?
Is this whole am I freezing up, or is it just Vern?
You freeze up now and then. I see that. And to me, it looks like I'm always moving.
I know. That's what I'm saying. I see on mine. I'm telling you what, people, oh, you're a conspiracy theorist, you know, whatever. You're, you know, no, we're being throttled, man. It's going to get worse and worse and worse.
Yep.
And these people that still don't believe it, still, you know, I keep getting comments. I wouldn't even say they're trolls. They're sitting there saying, "Oh, this is no worse than the flu virus. This is all a false flag." Well, guess what? This is the part that you all, not everybody here that's awake, and just like Vern, when you say it's nothing but a false flag, people die in a false flag. It's created by the government to instill fear into people's minds, to give them, you know, people, okay, it's just like me saying, I want somebody, okay, Vern, just say you were, I don't know, 5'2", 120 pounds, and I couldn't stand you, but I didn't want to get in trouble. So I go to the bully at school and I said, "Hey man, did you hear? Vern said your mom's nothing but a whore and she's a piece of trash and this and that." What's that bully going to do? He's going to come beat your ass. Pardon my French.
He's going to come find out that not only do I have street smarts, but I have some fucking martial arts behind me.
I'm talking about if you were a little dweeb. See?
Oh, I know.
All right. Yeah. Okay. I'll use Brother Mitchell. Brother Mitchell. Imagine if you were 5'2", weighed 110 pounds.
That is a way to sick someone on someone without, you know.
Exactly.
Because people don't look into the reality of things. They don't do a lot of people, I should say, they don't look into things. They don't question things. They're just, I heard it. Okay, click. I'm gone.
Right. And just like after 9/11, everybody was like, let's find out who this Osama bin Laden was. I never even heard of the dude before then. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And to me, as far as I'm concerned, I still say it. 9/11 was an inside job. Some people don't believe it. Just do your research when it comes to construction. If you have the knowledge of construction like me, and I'm sure Vern too, it just doesn't happen. I mean, you can't heat metal up.
Way.
No, you got to have a certain, you know, I can't think of the name right offhand, but thermite, whatever.
Yeah, thermite.
Yeah, it melts these I-beams like glue, you know, or not glue, like
butter.
Butter. Yeah, exactly. Even worse than butter. I agree, Justin. Somebody finally agrees with me. Shout out too. I'm going to put his link in the comment section. I did the video. I was really impressed because I saw Matthew the Gamer, who is Magic Angel's son. You know, we were trying to schedule a live stream, and then I wasn't feeling well. Then I got elbowed in my hernia by my son, and that's why I didn't do much yesterday or even answer the phone. But when I watched the beginning of his live stream, apparently he was waiting on me, which I didn't know because he was using OBS, and I only know how to use StreamYard. But I'm going to put his link in the comments section. And then I saw him and Little Smiley. He's 16 years old. And the reason why I have so much respect, at 16 years old, at the end of the show, even though he was extremely nervous, you know, kind of like me the first time I did my live stream, I thought I was going to throw up. He was extremely nervous. But as people talked to him, he got more comfortable and more comfortable. But what shocked me at the end, he chose to go ahead and say a prayer and pray everybody out, which to me, I was blown away at 16 years old. And then I seen the next video, him and Little Smiley joined up and did a live stream together. And I thought, how cool is that? You know, our youth, instead of going out, you know, breaking into cars, this and that, whatever, they have a strong relationship with their Heavenly Father. You know, and you don't even have to be Christian or whatever, as long as you have faith. So what I'm gonna do, Mitchell, if you can throw that up there, and that's Matthew the Gamer. Yeah, he does gaming channels, but he's starting to evolve into doing Biblical Ways. There he is, right there, bam. Biblical Ways News. I saw the Germany are empty shelves in the super. There's empty shelves everywhere outside of our country, and that's coming to you, Matthew the Gamer, right there. Bam. Where did it go? Bam. Turn this down. If you all can show his support, if you know, I'll shut up in a second, real quick. But if you know Magic Angel, that's her son, but. You know, I like I said, I went and I checked out his video. At first, he's real quiet because I guess we got our information wrong. He thought I was coming up right then, so he's waiting on me. But he's using OBS. I'm using StreamYard. Link right, Brother Mitchell throws it up. You'll be shocked. The more comfortable he gets, and then at the end, he chooses to say a prayer to pray everybody out at 16 years old. You know, he's not going around. You know, he talks about bullying in school, and that's why I want to bring him up too. You know, what it's like to be bullied in school. Because in school I was called Robin Hood because I beat up all the bullies. And that's a true story. Call any of my teachers. I can give you all my information. But to be a part, you know, be the one that's being bullied, that just breaks my heart. But the way he talks, that's what we do here is we share the love and we share the support, you know. That's why I always say, if you have a channel, put it in the comment section, let everybody know. And we're not like other channels. Oh, you know, don't support, you know, don't show your channel here. Thank you there, Patriot Angel. All right, I've been rambling. Go ahead there, Vern. I know you
I can't remember what I was going to say.
Oh, wait a minute. What time is it?
Well, no, I'm reading chat at the same time.
12:49 p.m. Central Time on March 1st. Vern, Prep and Survival, actually forgot what he had to say. Write this down in the history books. No, I'm kidding. You always come back quick.
Well, I was going to say one thing. Bernice is going to eat. Thank you for coming in.
Hold on.
Oh, yeah. For everybody that would watched me the other night when I had a Magic Angel come up, and she was doing the Crisco candles.
Really? I've never heard of that.
Oh yeah, you take Crisco oil. She shows how to put it all together and everything. She came up and showed that. But the boy that kept coming in the door, that's Matthew the Gamer. He kept video bombing her.
Oh, really? That's funny. Wow.
Yeah,
I didn't know you could use Crisco. I don't even know how much Crisco is.
I don't know. But yeah, she went over that. She went over some of the things and how she keeps them stored, different colored 5-gallon buckets, so she knows which bucket is what. And she showed using the pool noodle on the top of a 5-gallon bucket for an emergency toilet thing.
Jeep Jean said, "Locked and loaded, your mind went blank. It's a sign of aging. Get used to it." Yeah, I know. My mind goes blank all the time. But no, another thing that impressed me about Matthew the Gamer is kind of like my beliefs. He's more worried about his family. At 16 years old, you know what I mean? Not many 16 years old kids these days. They're all about, I'm not saying all of them, but they're about me, 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 me. What can I get? What can I have? What are you going to buy me? What are you going to And he's like, I'm not afraid to die. I just don't want to die right now. But he was more worried about his family. Man, that threw me right. I was like, you know what? That's a solid little brother in Christ. Same with Biblical Ways News, little smiley. 1,700 Italians infected. I'm telling you, people are still saying this is a hoax. Huh?
Actually, one of the videos I was watching today goes over the world, how fast they're growing and everything. And I don't want to – I hate to say this, but I don't recognize that number from what I just watched.
You know?
And this video was put out today.
I saw something similar to it.
Yeah, it was
yesterday.
Similar to that, but I don't know if that's
I got a question to ask you, Vern. Do you believe what they're saying on some of these channels and mainstream media that the virus that's hitting Iran, man, they're out in the desert, they're eating camel shit, etc. Sorry, I can't stand Iran. But you see the death toll over there. They're getting this virus, but they're saying it's a different strand of the virus. Yeah, personally, I don't believe it is. I don't know. Is it? Have you seen anything?
Yeah, it's Kurt. It starts with a K, don't it? Damn it.
Take your time, but
No, I have so much stuff in my phone that's sent to me, and it's all over the place in here.
But do you believe it's a different or it's mutated? Because what I learned too, it's hard to mutate a biological virus. And it's already been proved, people. Any of you, I'm not talking to everybody that's wide awake. It's already been proved by different scientists that this virus is not nature made. It's been biologically engineered because of the different strands. They know how to biologically engineer and the signs. It's almost like a fingerprint, like I said. So they already know, but they're not showing it on mainstream media. Now the government's saying don't wear masks, etc. It's Agenda 21, Agenda 30, and it's the Georgia Guidestones all day long. If you don't believe it, I feel sorry for you. Go ahead.
I got to get my phone going back up. I just had something sent to me in Discord, and I want to read it.
All right, go ahead.
Well, no, I got to get my phone. My phone literally just died while I was reading it.
Did it die of the coronavirus?
No, it died of lack of energy.
Oh, well, same thing. Same thing. Same thing. Hold on, what? Y'all know I can't read that fast. It was jumping up real quick. Justin, I believe. Where can I find the facts to back up? Okay, well, I'll tell you what. You want to talk about facts? Go to hey, put up the link, Brother Mitchell. Watchman Project. If you're not subscribed to him already, he even though Vern and I know a lot of these things, I don't have the capability on this computer to go ahead and share the screen and stuff, but he digs deep. So if you have any doubt, yeah, okay, right there. Boom, I'm gonna put it right up there, Mitchell, Watchman Project. All you gotta do is watch one show of him, and you'll know that the research he does. I don't know where he gets all this information. He knows exactly where to go But you and I, we get it, Vern. At least I do. I get links and everything sent to me via email and this and that. And it's kind of hard on this phone. That's why I'm waiting on my next my new computer to come in, so I can do the same thing as well, to share links. But I go on to the Watchman Project to learn, things. I go on Vern's Prep and Survival to learn things. I go on Blazing Press News to learn things and this and that. But not everybody is subscribed to those channels, even though I say subscribe to them. But some choose not to. So what I learned from those channels and what I learned from doing my own research, when I do open up this and get on DuckDuckGo, which I found out is way better than Google, you'll learn a lot more. But once again, the only reason why I took the break yesterday is I got the old elbow right in my hernia, which still hurt. It's killing me right now.
Okay.
Research is key. There you go. Bam.
And
Absolutely.
I actually wish Bubba was up here so I can ask him about this, because I learned about the masks, how to wear them, and everything else.
Mm-hmm.
But Shelly, I won't wear masks anymore after I've learned what I've learned. I'm protected. I love it. I was going to help save a lot of lives shortly. Can't wait to help so many. Okay, what did you learn that you can protect yourself by a mask without wearing a mask? And about the time you tell me it's that damn colloidal silver that is a conductor that will conduct 5G through your body faster, not having it in your system, explain it to me.
That's a good point. And I don't think they're talking about colloidal silver. They're still talking about still, you're right. And that's what happens is you get these false things, which I think it would be good on top of,
Maybe,
top of wearing a mask.
If you're going to use the colloidal silver, I suggest getting the dust kind, because it does come out in the dust. I've had to use it.
Mm-hmm.
Take two pieces, take your mask, put it on the outside, cover it with something. Then you're breathing through the silver and collecting it.
Exactly.
And I'm not a doctor. I'm not anything else, but I constantly say, I am not putting a metal in my body that is not there already, because metals conduct.
Here's a huge fact that I learned from the Watchman Project. I believe it was last night or the night before. He talked about all the metals that are in our beef and meat and stuff, and he makes a solid point. If you've ever put matter of fact, I got a Whopper in the refrigerator right now. My wife bought Whoppers. She wants me fatter and fatter. The fatter I am, she thinks that I'm not gonna run off on her or something. I don't know, but like he says, if you put a hamburger in the microwave, within like 30 seconds, the meat of the hamburger is sizzling, and the buns are still ice cold. And he says that has to do with a lot of the metals that are in it, and it makes perfectly good sense.
Yeah, I learned that has to do with the moisture difference.
Well, he's there, like you said, though, the metals in the body, the toxins. Yeah. That's why meat, even chicken, same thing. I believe it makes sense. And he brought up a whole study. What do you call it? Something file. I can't even think right now. Whatever, but it made a lot of sense.
What about partial teeth that have metal? That's going to send it through your system. And
it's just like drinking out of aluminum cans. Go ahead.
I understand what they're talking about. Like when I get my teeth done, I'm going to have a partial plate, and it's going to be a metal that goes across my front.
Right. Mm-hmm.
I'll be walking around with metal inside my body at all times. Metal is a conductor.
Right.
That's going to collect and bounce the 5G and stuff right around inside my gums, straight up to my brain.
Right. Well, I got a steel plate and 4 screws in my jaw from when I got in a fight, got my jaw snapped in half, and I didn't lose the fight. So don't y'all think I'm a bunch of sissies, or I'm a sissy. You can ask my daughter.
Yeah, Justin's a bunch of sissies, which makes it real.
I know, that didn't come out right. A bunch of sissies. It must be the 5G hitting the metal in my mouth, making me sound stupid. What about a total hip replacement, Renee. Um,
They don't use metal all the time now. Some they still use metal, and in some it's a ceramic. My father had the ceramic one. So find out what the hip actually is. No, don't carry silver to scramble 5G. Silver is a conductor. Gold is a conductor. No, yeah, gold is a conductor. Metals are a conductor. A conductor is one that carry the current.
we just got shut down.
Yeah, it shows we're still going.
It was spinning on my side. I'm glad I didn't start picking my nose or something. Hey, Raul, you want to jump up?
Do who?
Prophet Easy One, Raul. But no, you're talking about what? Well, now I want to know.
Metal is a conductor.
Yeah.
You learned that in school. You're told metals are a conductor. They carry electricity. They conduct it. Plastic will stop it. That's why things are coated in plastic or rubber, or water is a conductor for electricity. Most liquids are. Glass is not a conductor. I can't remember what the other thing, but it stops it. Mm-hmm. Cardboard, electricity can go through it.
Now wood, it won't.
No, wood, it won't.
Yeah, because we use
it in a way it does. No. Because it'll burn the wood. It don't carry all the way through it, but it'll get it enough that it'll start it on fire.
Well, when I do when we're pouring concrete, we got a truck that's coming through, a new house lab, and the electrical wires, but even the top one, the hot one, we'll take a 20-foot long 2x4 and then push it up so the truck can come under it. And, you don't get zapped or killed. I remember the first time my dad told me to do that, like the age of 15. I thought my dad wanted me to die. And I was, hey, and 411, but we need monatomic gold. Whatever kind of gold it is, I want it. Raul, I sent you the link. I got to go run to the bathroom. Hey, and anybody, when you see me leave the chat to go use the restroom, because I'm drinking coffee, and you make fun of my Superman pants that my wife bought me. They're actually the Superman logo with barbed wire around them. Ooh. Thank you, Goodwill. I don't know. Somebody probably died in these. My luck. So, anyways, I'll be right back. Raul, I sent you the link to come on aboard, and Vern, if you want to continue talking about the metals in the bodies, etc.
Yeah, I'll answer this question first.
Yeah, go ahead.
Sean Connolly, hey Vern, to shoot a crossbow in my backyard, what kind of backstop would work best? Get bales of hay, make a little pile, and then get the construction styrofoam, put that there, put your target in front of it, you should be all set. Because the styrofoam, as the bolt goes through it, grips the bolt, slows it down, the hay will stop it.
There you go. Now, when I do my shooting range, I have a whole bunch of tires and other stuff, which people know if they ever go back to my shooting videos. It will go through wood because of the moisture content. Well, hey, it's never fried me.
Have you? And it's an insulator. Do you know the amount of insulators that's around that wire that you touch that 2x4?
No, I know.
And that's why I remember when we were kids. Don't carry a metal ladder upright. Don't carry a wooden ladder up. And that's what it was all about, because they are conductors.
Y'all making me look stupid. It's not the wood that's a conductor. It's the moisture that's in the wood.
The moisture that's inside of it.
Guess what I do? When I pick up a 2x4, I shake it and see if it's got any liquid in it.
Is there any water in there?
Is there water in there? Then I take my 2 sticks, and if it doesn't, hold on, over here, if it doesn't go like that, then I know it's dry. Y'all suck. I'll be right back.
Oh, second case in Iceland, according to damn it, it jumped up. I couldn't get the name. Hyperion News Network. Yeah, anytime, Sean. The thing with the tires and crossbows is his shooting range is for guns, and tires could deflect the bolt. £180 pull. I don't know. I pull my 175 back without a problem. But yeah, for someone who don't have the not saying you're weak, but upper body strength and stuff like that, it could be hard to pull. But just yeah, here. If you have a problem pulling it back, Sean, get one of these. It's a caulking device. It hooks onto your line, goes up around the backside where the scope is, and it turns the 180 pounds into 90 pounds. It cuts it down in half.
Oh, did y'all see the shirt my wife bought me? Hold on.
Another nut. Wait a minute. Don't be
The animal. Ooh.
It says "Arm the Animals," and it's a wolf with a 50 cal. Look at there. I don't know. I just wanted to show that, but I thought it was cool. Arm the Animals with a wolf with a 50 cal. See if I show it again, but I thought it was pretty cool. Says that. Hey, Raul, you're up and running there, brother.
Oh, well, hello. Hey, I want to show Vern my crossbow pistol. Now, here's one.
Yeah, that's what
check
I'm
this
talking
out,
about, man.
That's one of them 80-pound ones, ain't it?
Yeah.
Ain't those?
No, that one's 50. But check this out. I had two that were broken, and I made a good one out of them. You see this one? It's got double metal. I got a nice. Boy, this one is very hard to cock that thing. What, am I breaking up, Justin?
Yeah, because you're in your house.
Yeah, let me go outside.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Don't go out with your crossbow.
That's okay. Well, the squirrels are out there right now. They probably freak out. Yeah.
All right.
Actually, one was on the table with me in there just now while I was talking to you. And there's one running down the sidewalk now. Am I coming in clear now?
Diane Blue said, love it, locked and loaded. She has good taste. Well, she married me, so I don't know if she's got good taste or not, but that was a nice compliment. Crystal Gypsy's back in the house. Much love. Crystal Gypsy, Truth Seekers in the house. Everybody, show your love and click on his picture and subscribe to his channel. Hey, Raul, did you get a haircut or you just dressed up for church or what?
Well, no, man, it was kind of needing it. So I went into my bug out bag where I have a little extra cash for just in case. And yeah, I took $20 out of that so I go get my hair done.
There you go. Hey, yeah, well, me too. I cut my own hair.
Yep.
Did you? I'm not going to ask you here on the. Well, did it come back, or did you get your check in the mail?
Well, it wasn't here yesterday, so I knew it wouldn't be here today. I'm just hoping it'll be here tomorrow. Then I'll replace that $20 I took out of my bug out bag.
Well, it'll be there. Sometimes it takes 7 days from here to mail something, but I don't. But being put in a envelope with a stamp, I don't get a tracking number unless I want to pay $3.75. So
fortunately, D got her herb shipment. Mark Rouse got his. That guy interviewed on my channel, he got his shipment. So
did he?
Yep. Yeah.
I'm waiting to hear from. Go ahead.
He's feeling a little bit better about it, and of course, I've been praying for her. And I hooked up with my buddy, the one I mentioned on a video recently, that did all this time in the hospital with the pneumonia, and we were praying pretty fervently for Diane's husband yesterday. So I'm just hoping everything goes really good.
Yeah, if y'all don't know what he's talking about, Diane, that's D Couch.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people. Actually, I didn't know her number or her number. Her name is Diane till she sent me the email. But I like D better. No offense, Diane. I like D.
Yeah, I usually call her D. I don't know why I said Diane. It's just because when we communicate, you know, I see that name in there with her. I guess it's in her email or something like that.
Right.
So yeah. So yeah, I'm really hoping the best for them. I feel pretty confident that if we caught this in time, that he's going to be good. He's going to get better and better. It's going to take time though, and I want everybody else to be praying for him too, because the prayers, man, do they ever work wonders? Yeah.
The power of prayer is real, brother.
Yeah. You know, I had a cousin, I guess he was. One of the best built guys, actually, until I was probably 18, the best built guy I'd ever seen. And he had a gymnasium, worked out all the time. Well, he went to Nam and he took 350 caliber rounds right across his pelvis. And we were near Walter Reed, which is where they took him. And they said, well, they were going to have to amputate one leg and probably the other one. They would try to save it. Well, man, I didn't want to hear that. I cried and I prayed and I walked a couple miles to a church. I went in there, was praying. And the pastor come in, wanted to know what I was doing. And I told him what I was doing, praying for my cousin. He says, I'll tell you what, you come back here this Sunday and we're going to get the whole congregation to pray for him. And to this day, he has both his legs. He has both his legs to this day. And he's now a doctor himself.
Yeah, I remember that story you told me on the phone probably last year. You know, that's amazing. That's awesome. Real quick, I want to ask you all, both you and Vern, when it comes to, you know, this has been, people are getting tired of hearing it. I don't know why, but okay, Vern, when it comes to building your immune system, and Prophet Easy One, Raul, what is the number one out of all the stuff to build your immune system? You know, it's just like building a house. You have to have, you know, your mortar, your block.
The number one thing
to start off,
I would say have faith in God, really. Yeah, because that helps keep you at peace. And because your immune system is very much affected by how you feel. When you're in fear, it affects your immune system terribly bad. Yeah.
That is very true. I learned that too.
Omega-3 fatty acids.
Yeah, omega, you know, it's so many things. As far as just one thing, I don't know what I would say for just one thing right now off the top of my head.
Start off with, but was that omega in a liquid? I've never seen it in a liquid.
No, dude, this was it was actually a small thing of pickled herring. Wild herring and omega-3s are actually essential for every cell in your body. And I use flaxseed a lot of times to get mine. I just, because they're very peanutty tasting, little crunchy, I'll just take a little tiny handful here and there and chew on them because they're essential for every cell in your body. And a lot of people don't realize this, but the Vikings were so healthy because of their cod and herring diet. They were getting the omega-3 fatty cells right out of the fish. And that's why they were so healthy. Europeans do it too. The Asians do it. Think about all these countries that they have better health than we do here in America.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I learned to eat this, was my German grandmother. She had it in the fridge all the time.
I eat that stuff too. I love it. It's a handy little snack. But you look.
Oh, yeah, it is.
They have the longest lives for the most part right now. They eat a lot of fish. And it's definitely got to be things to do with their diet, I would say, is the reasons that they live so long. And there's all these good claims about the Mediterranean diet, which does include a lot of seafood, you know. But you got to eat right, you know.
Well, you know, a lot of people get scared because the not the CDC, but the FDA says that you should only eat so much fish per month or whatever year. Because a lot of people don't know this. And I saw a YouTube video live stream the other day, and they were talking about ships dumping waste out to sea. Now, if you look this up in YouTube, or you Google it, or DuckDuckGo, every single day, just our own military, our battleships and our aircraft carriers, they dump 6,000 cubic square feet or 6,000 tons of waste into the ocean, in the middle of the ocean, every day. It all gets compacted into those big cubes like you see at a recycling center, and it comes from. That's where a lot, you know what I mean? All that stuff. But what I tell people is, you know, what's coming up if we're going to get told we're not allowed to leave our house for 3 months. You know what I mean? If this virus blows up, like pretty much most of us know it is. Yeah, we get quarantined to our homes for 3 weeks or 3 months. You know, tuna fish is very, very, very healthy when it comes to proteins, etc. And people are like, oh, well, it's got mercury in it. That's the last of your worries right now. You know what I mean?
Well,
going outside.
Going outside, getting vitamin D. If you quarantine inside your house, vitamin D pills. Even though when I go outside, I still take one a day.
Right? Do you?
Yep.
Yeah, I take them almost every day. Every couple of days, I'll take a vitamin D. I take multiple vitamins, and I take another one. But I don't, and I used to always do them every day. I don't do them every day anymore. I should be, but just about every day I'm doing one of them, or sometimes two of them. But getting back to that tuna fish, now I used to love it. And I always was eating tuna fish, making tuna fish sandwiches, you know. But ever since that Fukushima incident, I have, unless I know that the tuna is from the Atlantic, I generally don't eat it, although I have on occasion. But it is rare, because every tuna that they tested out there in the Pacific had radiation in it.
I get that. But my point is, people, if you're thinking of, you know, the long run, eating tuna fish every single day is not good for you. But as a survival food, if you're quarantined for 3 months, you know, or 1 month or whatever, tuna fish has a lot of protein, just like peanut butter. So if you can find sale on tuna fish sandwiches, I just clicked on Vern and he walked away. But tuna fish sandwiches or whatever, or just tuna fish, and people think, oh, gross, instant mashed potatoes and tuna fish. Well, guess what? When you're hungry,
$1.50. I found it on sale for them 3 cans, $1.50.
That's super cheap.
That's a good deal.
Yeah,
I used to always get
normally $3. Yeah, that's normally $3.75.
I rarely buy them, but like you said, you're right. You're better off to have that in a bad situation than to have nothing.
And here's the good thing. Right on it, it even says omega-3s.
Right.
Yes.
Omega-3 is great for your heart. It's great for your blood pressure. It's great for.
It keeps you looking younger too.
Actually, your brain as well. Here's another channel. Once again, Truth Seeker. If you want to learn about how to detoxify your body, etc., he's just like you, Raul. I mean, he knows so much stuff when it comes to herbs, this and that. Right. So you want to subscribe to Raul, Prophet Easy One. Mitchell, if you can throw Raul's link up there, which I know most of y'all are already subscribed, but yeah, fish oil pills too, Joseph. Yeah, I've got some I was going to bring out that are in the medicine cabinet, but that's the same thing. They're filled with omega-3s. But going back, not to put the picture on me, but going back to people say, oh, well, tuna fish has mercury and this and that, so I don't want to stock up on this, because, you know, when this epidemic passes. You know, it's when you take a prolonged, like years and years and years of eating tuna fish all the time, that's when the health problems really start to hit. Now, it will affect you, though, because of the mercury. But right now it's living, it's surviving month to month is what we're looking at with this pandemic.
Well, see, here's one thing about that. When it gets into the fish, like I learned this when I had my arsenic poison. You have what's called organic arsenic and inorganic arsenic. Now, inorganic arsenic, it's a heavy metal. That's when you get it straight from the ground and you get it in you, and it is super toxic. Now, if fish have already eaten it and it's gone through a fish's system, it becomes organic. And what happens is it binds with some of the compounds that are in the fish and is no longer as toxic. It doesn't stick inside of you. Your body can eliminate it easier. So that may hold true.
I didn't know that.
Oh, yeah. Well, you didn't have arsenic poison. You didn't have to study all that stuff trying to survive. That's for sure.
Oh, but I'm just saying that's a great part of these, us truther channels and stuff like that. Now I just learned something from you. And when I talk to Vern, I always learn something from him. When I talk to the Watchman Project, I learn something from him all the time. It's all about knowledge, especially in these days that we're living in.
And
yeah, well, it's great. We're all part of the one body, like the Bible says, or this one planet for Vern. We're all part of it. And
Mother Earth.
The things that we do to help each other's, and help each other's learn and to do better, then that's all good,
Right, exactly. Go ahead, Vern.
People, they'll get sick of eating tuna fish sandwiches. Well, when I grew up, and hopefully everybody in their food supply has elbow noodles and stuff. Take one of them big cans of noodles, tuna, the medium-sized box of noodles, 2 cans of peas, a little bit of mayonnaise.
Oh, I love that.
Whip it all up together. Make a tuna
casserole.
Yeah, tuna casserole like that. You've got your peas in there. You've got your tuna. You got your mayonnaise. You got your bread. And that one thing, just that one box will feed 4 or 5 people without a problem. Right,
exactly. Here's my daughter just popped up real quick. Stocking up on food and cleaning products. Oh, come on. Now my mouth isn't working.
Make sure you get toilet paper too, because if they buy that out, man, you're not gonna be liking life too much. I went ahead, even though I had some, I bought extra the other day, so I'm good for a long time.
Did you see my live stream the other day when I announced I got it right off the thing that Costco's are running out of toilet paper? Hawaii, they're buying toilet paper left and right.
The
shelves are empty. But I warned. I've been warning my parents they need to stock up. My dad, he's not even worried about it. He's not keeping up with this stuff. And besides, he just thinks God's going to take care of him through everything. And he also said, if I die, I die. He doesn't care, Yeah. But my mom's listening to me now, and I'm sure she'll get more things. I encourage her. I took them over a bunch of food the other day, and my dad was saying, we don't want that. Take it back out here. And that really upset me. And then as I was going to take it, my mom says, no, you leave that here. So I said, well, what should I do? Take it or leave it? And Mama said, you leave it. So I left it there.
Hey, Mama has the last word. Hey, if anytime you want to drive up and give away some free food, you come to Locked and Loaded's house and drop off as much as you want.
Yeah.
Well, this was food I'd gotten through food banks, and I had excess, and I figured if it's going to go to waste, let it go to someone else's waste and not into the trash can.
Exactly. And another thing that we've talked about, and I've said on a few live streams, and I believe Vern might have too. If you don't have the money, if there's anything left, go to the food banks. Even if they're not open.
Every other week. Since they shut my business down, man, if it wasn't for the food banks, I'd really be bad off. And see, years ago up in DC area, I used to help those food banks. I used to actually go out and buy food to take to like Mitch Snyder's homeless shelter and other places. And we took a big truck loaded with sandwiches and everything. And I'd go to auctions and buy, I bought lots of men's clothing and would take it up there to the men's shelter. Yeah. And now here I am having to be on the receiving end of it.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Don't be ashamed of that. And
I'm not, and they encourage it. But I'm the kind of guy, I like to be helping other people, but with this corrupt city and state shutting my business down, it's tough. And I've been looking for work, and I just sent in a resume last week, but that's why I'm just going to have to leave this state and go set up somewhere else. If I was going to go somewhere now, I'd probably head down there to Mississippi or whatever, where the floods are, with all my tools. We'd pick me up a license there, work, make some money, then figure out where I'm going to travel to next, you know?
Right, right.
So,
if you want, you can come here, and I only charge you 12 grand a month rent.
Yeah,
I mean, you can't beat that.
You mentioned that before. Yeah.
You can actually stay in this room right here.
I want your little trailer.
Oh, my camper.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Boy, everybody's subscribing to my daughter. Thank you all very much. Yeah, you'll learn about a lot about group homes, etc., from my daughter. And that's when it comes to the state. Boy, man, you can't trust the government. Like I said, when the government says don't wear a mask, say mask, let the
Man, I used to trust them, and every time I've trusted them to a point, they go letting me down, and there's no way I can trust them anymore. You got to consider that the beast of the Bible is the government, and that's all part of the beast system, and yeah, they just can't be trusted. They're not out there for your good for the most part. There are some people in the government that are trying to do good, but overall, the whole system is bad. God warned us through Samuel the prophet what would happen if we decided to have a government over us, and the people wanted it, even though God warned them not to have it. And he said all these things that would happen, and sure enough, that's what's happened. And, I mean, I have a video covering that. It's the ones about warnings from God about government part 1 and warnings from God about government part 2.
Right.
And God gave us some warnings, but the people didn't want to listen. They wanted to have a king to rule over them, just like all the other nations, and to go out and fight their wars for them.
Well, here's one thing. One debate I had with a subscriber saying, never go out and vote, this and that, and we need to only rely on God. But, I think God gives a lot of our police officers and stuff a passion. There's good and bad, but we do have to have certain, laws. Like if somebody kicks in your door and shoots your wife or your daughter or something, takes off, and a lot of people to help others, you know what I mean? So we have to have a form of law. If we didn't have government, if we didn't have, certain parts of the government's getting too big, you know what I mean? Like small government, then it would be total chaos. You know what I mean? I believe.
Well, not necessarily. The Israelites, before they had a king, they didn't have chaos, and they didn't have
nowadays.
People,
Justin,
they had their laws too. They had laws. If you kill someone and you were to be killed, if you stole from someone, you're like to give them back 7 times as much. Those kind of things. But what's happening now? You got government. They just keep making more and more and more laws, and a lot of these laws, that's like wanting to take away the guns. It's not really.
That's not what I was saying. That's not what I was saying. Just like, and then I'll get back to Vern. What I was saying, even like you said, they had laws back then. If you stole from somebody or whatever, you had to pay for your crimes, basically an eye for an eye, or if you stole, you had to pay 7-fold. Somebody had to enforce that, correct?
Well, oftentimes it was the families, or I mean, when you're living in a town, the people get together basically, and like if you murdered someone. If you were to murder someone, then their family could come after you and hunt you down and kill you, unless you went to a city of refuge. And as long as you stayed in that city and didn't come out, you were safe. But if you came out, one of that person's relatives was able to kill you and kill you legally.
And that's a form of law, legally. That's what I'm saying. You gotta, that's what I meant by it. Because this person's like, don't vote at all. Well, if we don't vote at all, then you're going to have a certain party that's going to. Okay, real quick. I know Vern was saying something. Then I'll go back. I'm sorry, Raul.
When you were talking about Iran,
Yeah.
The different strain, Karacha.
Karacha. That's what. That's why. Watchman Project kept saying Karacha.
Yep.
All right.
And then on my Discord yesterday, when I had to go back in there to find it, and I forgot this was said. Vern, you're a freak of nature, my friend. I can see you riding a deer to get away.
I can see it. It just better not be a Florida deer because them things are so small, he'll break its legs.
He'd be riding on Rudolph. He'd be there with Santa,
Right?
Riding on Rudolph.
Oh, man, the deer.
Oh, hell no. Because my luck, people would start shooting at the red light. I don't want one with a glowing nose.
Yeah. Hey, I got a good little joke for you. Ready for a good little joke? Here's this farmer. Every year in hunting season, people were coming and shooting up his livestock. So he's getting all upset about it. From down the road is over, and he says, well, man, what are you going to do? It's hunting season coming up, and they might be shooting up your livestock. He said, no, I got it figured. He said, I got me some spray paint. And so he says, I'm going to write on my cow's cow. I'm going to write on my horse's horse. And on my pigs, I'm going to write pig. So he did. He spray painted all his animals. Hunting season ends, and the neighbor comes back, and he goes, well, how'd it go, man? Did they shoot up any of your livestock? He says, no, but they sure shot up my John Deere.
I got a if I screenshot it, a joke that actually my wife showed me, which was actually a funny one. It's kind of a nerd. Let's see if I can find it real quick. Excuse me. Daggone it. I ain't gonna be able to find it. Oh, I know.
Yeah, I'm still hoping to get. I was waiting on you yesterday a little bit, Justin. I thought we were going to do a little live stream, but it's okay because everything worked out really good. That if I'd have been on the live stream, it wouldn't have happened. But I still did want to talk about those things we discussed. I don't want to mention now, but that's okay. Yeah. And I'm not going to bring it up now.
I got a video that I'm going to do on that. It's going to be funny.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find it real quick. Daggone it.
I actually had considered doing a video on it, but it's much easier to do it on the live stream. When I do it, I don't have, internet well enough here at home to use. So I got to record things, then go somewhere else and do it there and spend money oftentimes that I don't have because I'll have to sit there at Denny's or some other place. But that's all good. Getting them out there.
Okay.
I was on.
I found the
watching the project last night.
I found the. Oh, where are you? I was real quick. A man and his wife. Hold on. A man and his ever nagging wife went on vacation in Jerusalem. While they were there, the wife passed away. The undertaker told the husband, "You can have her buried here in the Holy Land for $150, or we can have her shipped back home for $5,000. The husband thought about it and told the undertaker he would have her shipped back home. The undertaker asked why. Why would you spend $5,000 to have her shipped home when you could have a beautiful burial here and it would only cost you $150? The husband replied, long ago, a man died here. He was buried here, and 3 days later rose from the dead. I just can't take that chance.
Yeah. Well, that's like the one where they, and I was the helicopter pilots on this one. This old couple, it was a guy's 80th birthday. And every year for his birthday, they went to this resort where they have all kinds of things, including a stunt helicopter. And every year he would tell his wife, he'd say, honey, I really want to ride on that stunt helicopter. And she'd say, but honey, it's $50 and $50 is $50. So this went on year after year. Now he's 80 years old. He's telling his wife, honey, at my age now, this has been on my bucket list all these years. I really want to do the stunt helicopter. She said, but honey, it's $50 and $50 is $50. And to hear them. He says, I've been seeing you come here for years. and I heard what you said. I'll tell you what. I'll take you all up and I'll fly you for free as long as you don't say anything. But if you say anything, you each have to pay $50. So they're like, okay, cool. So he's up, he's doing loops and flips and spins and all kind of things. And all of a sudden, as they're landing, the pilot says, man, I can't believe this. You're the first people I ever had that didn't say anything. And the guy says, well, when my wife fell out, I was going to say something, but you know, $50 is $50.
Oh, that's funny. That's funny.
This has to be some sort of trolling, but
go ahead. You see somebody trolling?
At the same time, it's funny, and I don't know if this person's serious or not, because President Trump is considering closing the border, southern Mexico, due to what he's calling the beer cold. I don't know what he means by that, but closing down the border would be great. Corona.
That's what he means by it. Yeah.
Well, a lot of people are trying to. I'm not saying this person did, but they're hearing a lot of it online, called the cerveza virus and stuff, because they're afraid to say coronavirus on their channel because they're afraid that two things, that they're going to be pretty much throttled, shadow banned, or they're going to get their channel taken down by saying coronavirus. And that's a sad world we live in right now, that people have to be afraid, freedom of speech, that if you say coronavirus, well, there's a chance they can take you out.
If they're scared of saying that, keep up with what the medical world's calling it. It's now
COVID-19.
It's got a new name.
Well, that's the second mutation.
The SARS-CoV-2.
It's called. Say it again.
SARS-CoV-2. So and then you have that Karacha, they want to say it.
Get you right in the Karachi.
Yeah.
Yeah, they want to be politically correct all the time, just like with all the terrorists. One week it's ISIS, and next week it's ISIL, the next week it's Daesh. It's all the same thing.
AB, I'm so scared. Yeah. AB, you're full of crap. AB says, I'm so scared.
That's it, because that one went right over my head.
Corona beer.
Yeah, Corona beer. Just like my video, 2 Coronas and one was made in a lab.
Right, there you go. And this is another thing. People are saying, even some truther channels are saying, well, this, was mutated through an animal and this and that. They're still going back to the meat market. There are scientists that have already debunked it. They know how, just like I know just about anything and everything to do with concrete. Just like Raul knows so much about scripture. And Vern knows how to make freaking a gun out of a plastic. You give Vern this, a button, and an empty pack of cigarettes, and he can make a freaking a tank.
That's Vern MacGyver, right?
Yeah,
MacGyver.
Vern MacGyver, definitely. But a lot of people are saying that they're still holding on to the fact that this is not a bioweapon. You have scientists that are looking in the microscopes and they're tearing this thing apart. And when certain things are added, there are signs and signatures, so to speak, that prove that it's a bioengineered weapon. Now, it's bioengineered. Now, when you put weapon on the back, that's when it becomes political. But it's bioengineered. This virus was engineered. They take certain viruses, they add different proteins, this and that, and make it a badass, a weapon. Why would they make it? Why would they be in the lab? Huh?
Yeah.
Woman of Wonders in the house.
It's illegal to use biological and chemical weapons, yet all these countries are still making them. So why are they even making them? Since it's illegal to use them, why are they making them? But I believe
it's just like a felon. It's just like a felon having a gun. These countries, not to cut you off, Raul, but why are they making them? Just because it's illegal, they're going to do it anyways. Now go ahead. I didn't mean to cut you off.
Nothing, but I'll tell you what, based on my knowledge of viruses and those kind of things, which isn't super good, but it's above the average. There's so many things that make me believe that this thing is man-made. And see, nowadays they can man-make a virus in really quick. It doesn't take them 6 months. They could probably have one made in a day or two. It's very simple to the DNA splicing, and they add proteins, and see, it's not even a living organism. But when it gets into your body, these proteins, which your body has a lot of proteins that work as antibodies. These proteins fight against your body and do certain things. It's too much to explain here, but based on too many of the things that I've seen about it, yeah, this thing's man-made as far as I know. That's pretty cool.
That's what people don't realize, why a virus is so hard to kill. It's not a living organism like a oh my gosh,
bacteria.
Bacteria.
But that's why antibiotics don't work. And here people keep taking antibiotics, which are only going to weaken your immune system. It's against what you should do. Taking antibiotics for a virus, you're killing off the good stuff in your body, and you're not doing one bit of harm to those viruses. Yet the doctors are still prescribing for you because they don't know anything else to do.
Right.
You know.
Real quick, I want to give a shout out to Little Smiley, Biblical Ways. Hey, buddy, I think you and oh man, Matthew the Gamer, you should continue doing your live streams. Even though that live stream you did with him was real short, and I did give him a shout out, who is Magic Angel's son. I was really, really impressed with his first live stream. He started out real nervous and shy because he's a gamer channel. But the more like Brother Mitchell came in, everybody started. There he is right there. No, it ain't. That's not him. Sorry. I thought I just seen him. But he got more comfortable. He got more relaxed. And then he started talking about the coronavirus and that he didn't fear death. He worried about his family. And at the end, he went ahead and he said a prayer. He prayed everybody out. So I was impressed with that. So that's why I did that shout out video. And I hope that you all go back and look at that video if you haven't, and subscribe. And he's 16 years old, and it's really awesome to see somebody that. But he talks about bullying too. I like to see Little Smiley and him, create some type of a live stream because of their age, because of how evil our world is today, and seeing these little young bucks, our little brothers in Christ, create something instead of going out, like we did, probably Vern did, doing some not so legal things when we were that age.
I know.
Yeah, right. All of us, yeah.
Yeah.
So anyways, definitely Biblical Ways. I saw your I remember the first day Biblical came on, Little Smiley came on. He was so shy, the gamer, and it was like he looked so professional. It was like our little Smiley's growing up. Look at him taking control.
Yeah,
it's pretty cool. I liked it. I loved it.
Me too. Yeah, so, I prayed for him a bunch of times. I still do, and yeah, great young man. That's for sure.
Absolutely.
Hoping the best for him.
Yeah. See, Mitchell even agrees. I never did anything that weren't so quite not legal.
Yeah, no. See, Vern was Vern. See, even though he has a different faith, but he was born with wings, and he would and then the room would turn gold, and it was like the sound of angels, and yeah, whatever. You were a little jerk when you were a kid like me, Vern. Don't lie.
Yeah, I was.
Well, the things that I did that were quote wrong, I never went out and did anything to hurt anybody, anything
not intentionally.
We had laws that said what I was doing was illegal.
Right.
And now our government does that same thing legally, as long as you pay them for a license, and as long as you pay the doctors, a big fee, then you go ahead and buy the stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, when I went to people's houses when I was younger with rolls of toilet paper and about 3 cartons of eggs, and I egged their house, I didn't know that a house didn't need nutrients. I was just trying to feed the house, and I threw the eggs. I threw the eggs to feed the house, and then I placed toilet paper everywhere in case the house got the runs. Because if you do eat too much eggs, you can have diarrhea. I was trying to be a good person. I didn't know. I was young and dumb.
Right. Yeah, I think what you're talking something else that comes out of a chicken's butt besides eggs. You're talking that other thing.
Right. Hey, do you all know what the white stuff in chicken poop is? Or bird poop?
Food.
Do you know?
I don't know. Not trying to find out, but what is it?
Bird crap.
Oh, is it? Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
That's just something I wanted everybody to know before I jump off here. The white stuff that's in bird crap, that's bird crap. So, anyways,
You learned that in school?
Yeah, actually, I did.
Yeah,
I sure did.
That's why I can't read. He has it right. Fertilizer.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
She's awesome sister and smart. But yeah, the teacher that taught me that's the one who taught me how to spell. So anyway,
your third grade teacher. It was your third grade teacher, right?
No, actually, my 11th grade teacher tried teaching me.
It was my second grade teacher.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, I stayed back when we moved back to here from Germany. They kept me back.
Huh?
They kept me back when I moved back from Germany because I didn't do schoolwork the American way.
Yeah, I remember you telling us that. I failed third grade because my mom didn't think I learned quite enough. I was very upset, but I'm glad she did. I actually learned pretty much nothing.
Yeah, it was one year they were going to hold my son back, and I convinced him not to, and I got him a tutor that year. And after that, man, he started getting real good grades because I had to crack down on him and make sure that he did all his things. But see, he lived half the time with his mother, who wasn't a very good mother, and half the time with me. So it was difficult. But yeah, he turned around to do pretty well, and I'm really happy about that.
What do you call a deer with no ears and no eyes? A no-eyed deer?
Yeah, I have no idea. Yeah, my daughter now, she's been National Honor Society though all her life, pretty much the whole time, straight A's. She married a guy that was always straight A's, top in his class in high school, top in his class in college. So I'm really happy about all of that. That was a blessing.
Oh, amen.
Oh, there's AB putting his head out. Eat more chicken.
Yeah, eat more chicken because AB, he's a truck driver and he helps feed his family and make all his bills by hauling chickens in his refrigerator semi truck. So eat more chicken. All right, everybody, I'm going to jump off here. Much love. Fear no man, never fear death. Get right with God. Fight the good fight. And always stay locked and loaded. Vern, you're up.
Stay safe, stay alert, and always do things the way they work best for you. Thank you.
All right. Raul, you're up.
Pray, read your Bible, and turn away from your sins.
Amen. God bless each and every one of you all. Much love. I'll see you on the next live stream. If I make one today, still battling the pain from the hernia. So much love. God bless all y'all. Later.